Hi guys. So, I want to share something really interesting that I've learned kind of throughout my short little YouTube journey here of the kind of impact, the really surprising thing that recording videos and just expressing my thoughts has really helped me, which is that I'm able to project a so much more clear voice with so much more confidence. And it just came from uploading videos because I think that uploading videos is important in a sense, right? Not just recording videos, but also uploading them because it gives you that kind of pressure or like motivation to really articulate and really be clear with what you're saying. Because a lot of my video ideas and this channel so far is me kind of expressing really complicated ideas, like immigrant parent stuff, right? That kind of stuff. Immigrant parents, philosophical stuff. Really cool like concepts I believe and learned, like those kind of things, and so they really require you to speak clearly and project your voice clearly. And what I've noticed is that this skill of just talking to a camera, having like a few audiences that kind of engage with your content, whether they're subscribers, commenter, like viewers, having views, it's really like helped me so much in kind of my the other areas of my life. Like this skill of just talking to a camera and getting used to myself, getting used to being perceived, right? Getting used to being perceived by myself and knowing that it'll be perceived by others. It's actually translated in other areas of my life and even though I've always been kind of considered like a shy kid, a quiet kid, even though I wouldn't consider myself shy, like I'm honestly not shy, it's just I can be a little reserved and quiet. And I'll explain another video why exactly I was reserved and quiet for a long time and why that was actually self-sabotage and not just me being introverted. But I'll share in the next video. But yeah, it's like I used to be like that, but now I'll share a little story. Like I basically had a presentation in a psychology class, AP psychology class, and my teacher had me for last year as well, like for SAP it was called, so a little small introduction for psych, but it's like the social sciences altogether. And she saw me, I was a pretty reserved kid, like I wouldn't say much and everything. And then like this year, it's like just I think about 2 weeks ago, I did my presentation on a personality disorder, ASPD, which is really cool. And my teacher at the end was just like, wow, like very comfortable with the stage, and she was actually like really, I could tell, like really genuine about it. And she's right, like I was able to project my voice so much more clearly with so much more depth just because this kind of talking to a camera and knowing it'll be posted or it'll be received by other people has really forced me to be clear in how I'm articulating my thoughts and also really engaged with what I'm saying and like project that voice, which I'm really, really proud of because I don't know, it's like projecting your voice, even like, so let's say if you're not shy, right? But if you, I think it's about body language a bit, body language correlated with like how your brain perceives itself, right? But even if you're not a shy person, but you talk like this and you like quiet your voice down, and if the teacher says out loud, oh, who needs this paper, but you just want to raise your hand instead of saying me, right? That teaches your brain to kind of shrink, to kind of be small. I'll get into that more next video, I promise. But when you are constantly like this, right, when you know your things are gonna like, see, clarity is something that takes time. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but it just helps so much in kind of projecting your voice more confidently, right? Like Lil Farrah last year that had to raise her hand when the teacher asked a question out loud, right? It'll kind of teach yourself to kind of dim your voice, even if you're not really shy or socially anxious. Just you feel that that's the norm, even if you just feel that's the norm. But just projecting my voice is just like, it's taught my brain, okay, my thoughts matter, my opinions matter, and so I'm going to project it. I'm going to be excited about it. I'm going to show emotion, right? And it's really, really cool when all of that shows up in a presentation. And it's all because I am just constantly projecting my voice, projecting like myself, like I see myself and I'm talking. And it just, I don't know, it's really, really cool. I don't know what exactly it is yet, I don't think. But yeah, it's just really cool, like just talking to a camera. And maybe that could be New Year's goal. Maybe have a small little YouTube channel and I could be your viewer, whoever's watching this, you know, and comment and stuff. But yeah, it's just really, really cool how you show up in presentations differently, or when you're doing anything kind of public, you know, instead of like shrinking yourself, you're like able to project your voice with more confidence and clarity, all by recording a few minutes, you know, and just posting it and just trying to get better at clarity with really complicated thoughts I have, right? So yeah, I just wanted to share that, how YouTube videos, recording myself has helped me kind of learn how to project my voice and gain clarity in when I speak, because I know that it'll be sent to people. And I'm just wondering right now, like, would it be the same if, let's say, I just recorded and I didn't post it? I think yeah, but I don't know if the results would be as dramatic, you could say, as dramatic as right now. But yeah, and like also when you're speaking clearer, right, you change in how you want to present yourself, right? You're no longer the person who just wants to shrink. You naturally want to like talk more, which is really cool. And I think if you were someone like me last year who is a bit reserved but has a lot of cool things they want to share to your class or whatever, then you should definitely practice the art of being seen even by yourself and projecting your voice, you know, with clarity and depth and intention, just the way you want it. So yeah, I wanted to share that. You could include that and maybe do some YouTube channels. And I think it can still work even if you don't post it, because you're still seeing yourself, and that's a pretty big part of talking to a camera. It's just like being used to yourself, you know, being used to yourself, talking. And I'm trying to show you guys, like, this is not really, I wouldn't say I was really insecure or whatever, but just this is a skill that takes time that I haven't developed like my whole life, but I was able to develop it when doing YouTube videos. So yeah, try that skill out, and I think it can still work even if you don't post it, but posting it definitely gets more dramatic results, you could say, because you have like kind of a small little audience, a group of people who might potentially want to understand your thoughts. So you're a little more encouraged to be specific and clear. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. Let me know if anyone watching this wants support on their YouTube channels. I'd love to do that. And yeah, maybe you could put that in your New Year's goals. Record yourself pretty consistently, like once a week, once every 2 weeks, just consistent. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.